Hi, everybody. This is Evan Moltz, field coordinator for the John Birch Society, and I was looking at Congressman Thomas Massie's tweets this morning, and I noticed one where he said, "Actually, I'd call it the Pledge Allegiance to NATO Act," and that's correct. 22 of us did not, and that was interesting to me. So I looked up what he was replying to, and this was a reporter. It looks like saying that the House just voted 357 to 22 to bar President Trump from exiting NATO. Here are the 22 lawmakers who opposed it, all Republicans. Well, I looked at the list, and I didn't see anybody from my state of South Carolina on that list, which is disappointing. On top of that, my Congressman, William Timmons, who said that he was going to be like President Trump, who said he was going to support him, was not on that list either. William Timmons has only been in office for 20 days. Or he actually took his oath 20 days ago, so he's had that oath, and he's already broke it. So anyways, I posted this on Facebook because I want people to know. It was less than a year ago when William Timmons posted a meme making it seem like he was going to be like President Trump. And anyways, he took his oath on 1/3/19, so January 3rd of this year. And on January 23rd is when he decided to go against President Trump and to try to restrict him from exiting NATO. Now, NATO is a big deal. If you don't understand NATO, NATO is a big deal. Let's go to this article here by Alex Newman. If you want the truth on a weekly basis, even a daily basis, we have an article at least, I think, every day on thenewamerican.com. You can go here so you don't have to read the fake news. This article's titled, "German Defense Chief Unleashed NATO on Opponents of World Order." Most of you know about the New World Order. I hope you do if you don't, but this article will help describe it to you if you want to read it. You can actually listen to it. So there's an audio button right here if you don't want to read. You can understand what Alex Newman's trying to warn everybody about. But in the first paragraph here, in a rambling column celebrating the controversial North Atlantic Trade Organization, German Defense Minister Ursula von der Leyen said that the alliance's military force was needed for use against opponents of the rules-based international order. The bizarre screed comes as more and more people across the Western world and beyond turn against the globalist world order that von der Leyen says must be preserved, even by military force if need be. Among the most prominent critics has been the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, who globalist claim is seeking to blow it all up. And yes, President Trump has in fact made it sound like he's going to blow up all of NATO. Not with military force, but just by withdrawing from NATO. Because NATO, just like the United Nations, relies on the United States for its funding. And if we withdraw, so will a lot of other countries, because the funding won't be there to fund this World Order organization. Here's the article on the New York Times website. If you want to read it, it's called "The World Still Needs NATO." It'll enlighten you on what this guy thinks. I mean, he's willing to use military force against us if we go against the world order. So that, I thought Nazi Germany was over, but here we go again. Somebody who's willing to save the world order by attacking those who are against it. Anyways, congrats to Thomas Massie for going against it. What a patriot. And same for these other 21 people who voted against it. I'm really disappointed in my South Carolina Congressman William Timmons. I'm disappointed in the rest that are representing my state as well. I mean, what a mess that we're in. If we as Americans can't even vote against NATO, I mean, it's a disaster right now. Look at our federal deficit. And President Trump is trying to say, hey, we could get out of NATO, save a bunch of money, and not have to be involved with these jokers, these dictators from other countries who want to use our money to do their dangerous and evil acts across the world. We're basically funding socialism and communism across the world with the money we give to NATO and the United Nations. It's time to get us out of those organizations. And anyways, please do things like this yourself. I created this Facebook post so people would understand where our congressman is right now after only a few days in office. And so I'm fully exposing him. And this is what everybody around the United States needs to do. But if your congressman is somebody like Thomas Massie, be vocal in your support for him, because he is a true patriot for what he's doing. Anyways, My name's Evan Moltz. I'm a field coordinator for the John Birch Society. If you're interested in the John Birch Society, feel free to contact me on Facebook or Twitter. I'd love to talk to you about it. And please, get a hold of your congressman, meet with him or her. Let him know where you stand on NATO, and be as educated as possible before you do so, so you can be the best educator out there. Thanks so much for watching.